Hello Ghana, this is Starr 103.5 FM. My name is Jones Aji. It is the Sports Chat, bringing you all the live updates across the world of sports right here on your Simply the Best radio. Of course, we're live on Facebook. You can get to Facebook, Starr 103.5 FM, and then you can also check us out live there. So this morning we have a lot for you. We are going to be talking about the Olympics. Of course, it is tomorrow, but yesterday unofficially it began with football. Yes, so yesterday football was underway at the Olympics in Paris, and the Ghanaian ambassador in France has been speaking. Yes, she has been speaking. We'll get to listen to her. And then, of course, story of interest, the Youth Resource Centers, the minister has responded. Yes, so Honorable Mustafa Yusuf has responded. I'll bring you what he has to say. He has been saying about the Youth Resource Centers, and then he has also been speaking on the Paralympic athletes who we allege Paralympic athletes who we understand absconded. He has also been speaking on that. And then I would also bring you, of course, as usual, we are in the season of transfers, and I'll bring you transfer rumors and then completed deals. Bring you results from some of preseason games. Chelsea, they had a game this dawn. Yes, Chelsea fans, there was a game for you guys this dawn. It didn't go too well for you, but well. We'll see. And then we have some news from Ghanaian players as well. So it is a packed one. Welcome on board. And let's just start off and then talk about the Minister of Youth and Sports, who has been speaking yesterday. And they held a press conference at the conference room of the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And he has been speaking on the Youth Resource Center. So Mustafa Yusuf says that, they've had payment challenges, and this has actually delayed the handing over of the facilities to be used.
Let's have breakfast on the Morning Star. This is Starr 103.
All right, now let's get to listen to Mustafa Yusuf.
Then in 2021, there were challenges between some of the first phase contractors and the second phase contractors. So where we had the same contractor doing the phase 1 and 2, we asked them to continue to complete it. And we all know the venues to use it. Then we have Azim. Also both phase 1 and phase 2, the contractors are working. Then we have who of the 10 youth resource centers, both phase 1 and phase 2 are ongoing, and very soon we have challenges with some of them, and I must admit, with regards to payment to the contractors, because the contractors have not handed over the project to us, you can't go and use it because we have not commissioned them. The challenges have to do with payment of their certificates, but we are working very hard to make sure that they get their payments and they can go back and complete them for us to put them to good use.
So there you have it. The Minister of Youth and Sports, Honorable Mustafa Yusuf, is saying that they are working at paying the. So the challenge is that some of the contractors have not been paid. My issue is that, so are we going to leave the facilities to rot? As we brought you videos yesterday on Facebook, you saw how the whole Youth Resource Center was in a bad state. Some of the seats are gone. The pitch is bad. Would we wait for it to go bad and then go pay the contractors to go and finish up the 20%? Then we would have to use another money. We would have to get funds to actually repair the broken parts of the Youth Resource Centers. Well, Pius Ajide has also been speaking. He is the CEO of the National Youth Authority.
6 of the youth resource centers are very advanced. One having been commissioned is now in use. From today's meeting, we are hopeful that in the coming days, work will resume on all of the other 5, and we are hopeful that within the coming months we should commission the 5 other products, and then we can put them to use. On the issue of the cost, we are in the process. As I'm sure you all know, the phase 2 contract was signed sometime in 2020, and due to some challenges, which has a background, and we can deal with the background subsequently, the work was delayed. So we have had to do a variation because the prices of things have changed, and so we are in a process to complete
the process. The minister says they would make payment soon, and then the phase 2 would be completed. Pius Sajide says they would complete the process. The process when? That is what we're asking. That is what we are saying, because it's been long overdue. 80% complete last year, March 2023. Talking about the whole youth resource center, and we celebrated another set match in Kufuridua, and 80% complete. We are still there having challenges with payment. Well, and we are going about campaigning. Beginner for you. The minister has also warned individuals and people who are using athletes for travel and tour interests.
So, but let me also use this opportunity to warn all those who are hiding behind our hardworking and patriotic athletes in the name of helping athletes and abusing them, using various means, assisting just to secure travels for people. If it is genuine competition sanctioned by the International Federation body.
So there you have it. Please, those people who are actually using our athletes, using them to secure travel and tours for people, they should desist. That's what the minister is saying. Now, the beach soccer team, the Black Sharks, the national beach soccer team, the Black Sharks, were in action last weekend. They beat the Elephant Sands, right? The Sand Elephants of La Côte d'Ivoire, 5-3. Now they'll be going for the second leg. So before the first leg, the Ivorians were actually flown to Morocco for camping, just for the Ghanaian game. Yes, they had to camp, and then they were treated as national team. So tomorrow we'll be speaking to Yawan Pofuanga. On Tuesday evening, the Black Sharks team manager was informed that the original promise and plan of a flight to Abidjan has been cancelled. The team therefore had to leave Keta immediately to Accra, where a bus had been arranged by the GFA to take them to Abidjan. It's not just fair. I don't think if this was the Black Stars, it would have happened. We're here, the AFCON. We were all here when the AFCON. We were in our Kente, beautiful. And then we took our national team players to Abidjan for the AFCON, and they disgraced us. A team who is on the verge of qualifying for the beach soccer AFCON, after winning 5-3, they are being bashed from Accra to Abidjan. We did here. All right, let's move to the Olympics. It is upon us. And Ghana, of course, our team, they've been preparing. Trust me, if you've been missing the game on Starr at 1 p.m., you are missing a lot. Don't miss it on TV at GH1 and then at Starr FM. Join us at 1 p.m. every weekday, because we're bringing you exclusives from the Olympics. So let's get to the Olympics, and we'll get to listen to the ambassador, the Ghanaian ambassador in France, who has been speaking. She has visited the team. We'll get to hear what she has been saying. In a show of solidarity and encouragement, Ghana's ambassador to France, Her Excellency Anna Bosman, visited Team Ghana at the Games Village yesterday. Now, her visit is seen as a significant moral booster for the athletes who are competing on the international stage. Ambassador Bosman, known for her dedication to promoting Ghana's interests abroad, spends time with the athletes, offering words of encouragement and expressing the pride of the Ghanaian people in the accomplishment. She emphasized the importance of their participation and the honor they bring to the nation through their hard work and dedication. The athletes also responded and assured her that they will do their best. But let's listen to Anna Bosman, who was speaspeaking to Azameti and Co., who are actually, of course, in France at the moment.
And what it means is that in your own way, you are winners. And you are representing us. You are representing Ghana. We thank you for that. We thank you in advance because it's not easy. I've been speaking to some of my colleague ambassadors, and they've been telling me that, yes, our team, we've got 100, we've got 300, we've got 600. They thought that they were going to make me feel like this. I said, yeah, I have got a small team, but watch them, you know. So as I say, it is not the size that matters. The size matters because they have more people to be in more disciplines. That is true. But in the disciplines that you are in, all that we expect you to do is to do your best. And that's what praying for you, that you do your best. Give up your best. That's all you can do. Give up your best. And then also
give up your best. So that was Anna Bosman, Her Excellency ambassador, the Ghanaian ambassador to France, speaking there. She's telling them that, Charlie, you just give up your best, and that's all we want from you. All right. The much anticipated Paris 2024 Olympic Games, of course, would officially be opened tomorrow. And this year's Summer Games will be the 33rd edition in the competition's history, which will run from July 26th to August 11. And it's set to feature, 10,714 athletes from 206 delegations battling for honors in 32 disciplines, coupled with 329 content. Now, the opening ceremony promises to be a lively and captivating one. It will come off on the 777-kilometer long Seine River, situated right in the heart of Paris. There will be 160 ships, 94 conveying 10,500 athletes who parade on the river. Performers and crew members will remain on the other boats, while the spectators will sit on both sides of the river to witness the great spectacle. Charlie. France, they've taken this Olympics to the next level. Yeah, so we wish Ghana all the best. But then, as I said yesterday, there were some games in football unofficially began. So Argentina, Morocco, we saw the likes of Spain, France, the host nation themselves. They were in action. Let me quickly bring you results from there. So Guinea, the African representative Guinea, they lost to New Zealand by 2-1. France beat USA 3-0. Argentina, controversial one. Argentina scored an equalizer, and then some hours later, after the game, the goal was disallowed and cancelled by the VAR. So Argentina won, Morocco 2. So Morocco, yes, making Africa proud. They beat Argentina by 2-1 in Group B. Still in Group B, Iraq beat Ukraine by 2-1. Group C, Uzbekistan lost to Spain by 2-1. And then Egypt, another African interest, they played out a 0-0 draw with the Dominican Republic. Japan trashed Paraguay by 5-0. And then Mali also played out another African interest. They played out a 1-1 draw with Israel there. For the women's category today we would see Canada take on New Zealand. France would play Colombia, and Germany would take on Australia. USA would play Zambia, and then we would also see Spain take on Japan. Now the biggest game in the women's division or the women's category of the Olympics in football, we would see Nigeria take on Brazil. Yeah, so Nigeria will take on Brazil and at 5 p.m. Yeah, so Charlie, it's a big game. I'm tipping the Nigerian team to do very well, but trust me, of course, the Zambian team as well, they will be in action 7 p.m. Very good side. They actually beat Ghana. Yeah, they actually beat Ghana and stopped us from qualifying for the Olympics. So USA will take on Zambia at 7 p.m. and then Nigeria would play Brazil at 5 p.m. And for those who are very much interested in some history, let me bring you some quick history from the Olympics, of course, as it begins tomorrow. So the Olympic torch is a reminder of the games' Greek origin. So in ancient times, a flame burned throughout the games as a tribute to the goddess Hestia. Since 1928, this tradition has continued in the modern games, but instead of an altar, the flame burns in a special torch. Now, the Olympic symbol was designed to include everyone. The Olympic rings were first produced in 1913 from a design created by the game's modern founder, Baron Pierre de Coubertin. The 5 colors, along with the white backdrop, reflect colors found on the flags of all participation nations, so everyone is represented. The overlaps and represent international cooperation and the coming together of athletes from all over the world. Now, did you also know that motor boat sailing, hot air ballooning, and tug of war are all used to be part of the Olympic sports? Over time, different sports and events are voted into or out of the Olympic Games. So some disappear, then return, like golf and then rugby, while others, like running, deer shooting, or dueling pistols, go out of fashion forever. And the first Winter Olympic Games were held in 1924 in a different city to the Summer Olympics. So at first, the Winter Olympics took place in the same year as the summer ones, but organizers soon realized that it made more sense to hold them in different years. So as a result, the Winter Olympics now occur 2 years after the Summer Olympics. Now, from 1921 to 1948, artists participated in the Olympics too. Yeah, so in these games, painters, architects, writers, and then musicians all took part. They competed for medals by creating works of art that often celebrated the sporting successes going on at the same time. While artists stopped officially competing in 1948, many still design posters and other merchandise for the games today. Until 1912, first place Olympic medals were made of solid gold. So possibly one of our favorite facts about the Olympics. Sadly, though, it's no longer the case. So recent games have given out around 5,000 bronze, silver, and gold medals in total. That's a lot of metal. So instead of being created from solid gold, the heavy first place medals are now covered in 6 grams of it. Wow. So until 1912, the first place Olympic medals were made of solid gold. And then finally, before we move to transfers, the modern Olympic Games aren't just about sporting glory. They're, of course, about what? Making friends too. So we wish Ghana all the best tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow they would be in their fugu. That's why I'm wearing my fugu. If you're on Facebook, you can see me. Yes, wearing my fugu. Tomorrow, Ghana will be represented. Will be taking Ghana to the world when Captain Joe Paul, yes, JP Amwa, and then Rose Amoni Yebua, they will be in their Ghana-made fugu with the Ghana flags, and they will be on that boat on the river scene, parading and waving the flag of Ghana to the world. All right, let's bring you transfers. Quick one. Manchester United are considering a move to sign Marcos Alonso for the left back position. So, of course, United are looking for a left back to actually bolster Luke Shaw, who has not been too consistent there. And then David Hanko is also an option for Manchester United. Trevor Chalobah, who has been left out of Chelsea's squad, is understood to have been shocked at being left out at Chelsea's preseason tour of the United States. And the defender believes he's been forced out of the club. Now, Joao Neves already has a full agreement with PSG. He would earn around 5 million, euros per year, 10 times more than he earns at Benfica. Negotiations between the clubs are entering a final phase. Fulham are close to reaching an agreement with Arsenal to sign Emil Smith-Rowe, and talks over the move is worth £35 million and would be a record recruit for Fulham Football Club. Now, if the deal is struck, the 23-year-old is expected to do medical and finalize terms in the coming days. Now, Barca have confirmed the agreement to sign Paul Victor from Girona on contract valid until June 2029. and Olympic Marseille have made contact to explore move for Timon Wellenreiter as new goalkeeper. Marseille are considering several candidates, but they actually have Timon high on their list. Now, Juventus will submit their first official bid for Twin Coupe Miners as soon as Matthias Soledeo is signed, and that is likely to be next week. Juventus would also sell Dean Hutchinson this week and then bid for Jean-Claire Tobido. Personal terms have been agreed with the player weeks ago. Napoli are not changing their plans on Romelu Lukaku after a 3-year deal agreed. They want to proceed as soon as possible. So Victor Osimhen still wants PSG, and the deal is on standby as PSG won't pay the clause or include Kang In Lee in the deal. But then Osimhen is still waiting for PSG. So confirmed, Musa Diaby of Aston Villa, he has left the club and has joined Al Ittihad. He's going to make money. He's going to make money. So Aston Villa have received a 60 million euros package for their winger, and so they'll also be looking to bring Joao Felix to Aston Villa. Then we understand that Juventus have made direct contact with Karim Adeyemi's camp. Talks have started on player side after interest revealed in June, and Juventus, they've presented a contract proposal to their player. AC Milan had new contacts with Tottenham for Emerson Royale. There's still almost 3 million euros difference between the fee offered and proposal received. Personal terms have been agreed months ago, so we might actually see Emerson Royale leave the English Premier League and join AC Milan there. And then to some Black Stars players, Alexander Djiku was in action, yes, for Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce for the first time in Fenerbahce's comeback win 4-3 over Swiss side Lugano in their UEFA Champions League qualification game. So Bosnia international Edin Dzeko bagged the hat-trick on the night, with Turkish national team player Fedi Kadioglu coming up with a goal in Jose Mourinho's first competitive game. So congratulations to Ghanaian defender Alexander Djiku playing his first game under coach Jose Mourinho. And don't forget that earlier this dawn, we saw two Ghanaians play for their clubs. Arsenal, Thomas Partey came up against Antoine Semenyo's Bournemouth. So Partey played the first half, and then Semenyo also played the second half. Interestingly, Antoine Semenyo came off the bench to score to send that game 1-1 there, and then after Vieira scored for Arsenal in the first half. So the game ended Arsenal 1 and Bournemouth 1, and then went to penalties. Arsenal won on penalties. And then Chelsea played out a 2-2 draw with Wrexham there. So that'll be all for sports this morning. Do join us on the game at 1 p.m. Beyond Radio Live on radio at 1 p.m. and then on TV at GH1 TV at 1 p.m. My name is Jones Aji. Of course, you can follow me on Facebook at Jones Aji ADZI, on Twitter at Kofi Jones 19, and then of course you can also hit me up on YouTube, Jones ADZI. All right, that'll be all for sports. The morning show continues right after this.